everyone, it's Heather Nichols here today. Graduation this year is going to look a whole lot different, and that's why it's more important than ever to congratulate and celebrate the class of 2020. Sending a handmade graduation card is definitely a way to make them feel special. I am using the Flip the Script Grad stamp and die combo set. I'm also using the Tassel stamp set specifically for the cap and also the coordinating die. I'll be using sea salt ink along with my gray blender brush, and I'll also be using Oreo ink to stamp the graduation caps. I'll also be using the 2 star dies from the Banner Year 4th of July stamp and die combo set. I'll be using these to make my own stencil from cardstock. I'll be using the Transfer Gel Duo to apply through the stencil, and I'll do that with the Nuvo Media spatula. I'll be applying foil to my stencil design. I'm using silver and gold deco foil. I'm also using foam squares to pop up some of the elements on my cards. And finally, I'll be using the Boxton Basics 2020 Grad set. This set of cards has 6 different designs. You get 2 of each design. These are printed with a toner-based ink, so you could foil them. I'm not foiling the letters for this specific project though. I am foiling a star stencil design, and so I do have my laminator to do that. The first thing I'm doing is I am taking the largest rectangle from the Masking Stencils rectangle collection. I'm adding pixie spray to the back of it so that it can adhere to my project. I'll use the etched guidelines on the stencils to line these up. These are cut just a little bit smaller than a regular card base at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and so I'll use the inside line to line up on the stencil. I'll use my blender brush to apply the sea salt ink to my background. I'm going to work with the darkest color towards the outside and that it gets lighter as it goes towards the center of the card. I created my own stencil to use on this project using the 2 small star dies from the Banner Year 4th of July stamp and die combo set. I took a strip of cardstock. It doesn't matter what color you use. I happen to use toffee here, and I'm cutting a border of stars out from this cardstock strip. To do my die cutting, I am using my little sidekick. This is by Sizzix, and it is the cutest little die cut machine. I love having this smaller die cut machine option and just having it at my desk without having to lug out my bigger machine when I'm doing smaller die cut projects like this. Once my stencil is all cut, I'm going to use it and apply the Transfer Gel Duo through the stencil onto the Boxton Basics 2020 Grad cards. Once you have the gel applied to the cards, you're going to let it dry for 1 hour before you do anything else with it. By the way, thanks for bearing with me. I lost a little of my footage, and so I'm going to have to talk you through just a little bit of this project. While the stenciling with the Transfer Gel Duo was drying, I worked on other elements of my project. I die cut graduation caps from both the Flip the Script Grad set and the Tassel set from Sugar Cube cardstock, and I stamped those with Oreo ink using my Misty. Okay, my Transfer Gel Duo is dry and I'm ready to add silver and gold accents to my cards. The Transfer Gel dries clear so you can see where it is because it's shiny on your card. You're going to take your scissors and cut your foils so that it's the right size to fit right on to where you're going to foil on your project. I'm using a laminator to do a heat transfer of the foil onto my project, and so I'm going to lay the foil on top of my project shiny side up. You should be able to see what side you want showing on your project. I'm putting it in a folded piece of paper. This is just printer paper, and then I'm sending it through my laminating machine. Once it's gone through the laminator, you can peel the foil off and reveal the design that has transferred onto your project. I'm attaching each of the graduation panels to a poppy seed card base, and then I'll use foam squares to add the graduation caps to each of the cards. On some of the cards, I'll use the larger cap from the Flip the Script Grad set, and on some of the other cards where there's a little bit less space, I'm using the graduation cap from the Tassel set. The cards are done, and I'm ready to celebrate the class of 2020. I hope you enjoyed my graduation card project today. All of the supplies to create this project are available in the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you next time.